you got to give Mike a huge lot of credit, especially the young kid, Heine. I thought he was really good tonight. Didn't matter who we put him on, he just kind of lined us up and kind of went at us and got it done, going 12 for 17 from the field. I thought the two guys off the bench, Haywood, Highsmith, was fantastic. He really hurt us on the offensive glass. He had 3 big offensive rebounds that resulted in points for them, and then Kevin Love came in and shot the ball well, but he also got it done on the post and from the free throw line. So great win for those guys. They played the right way, and I thought, again, for us, we didn't score a ton, but we shot 40%, 41% from the 3, 53% from 2. Our offense is going to be there. It's basically, it's kind of the same story for us. We got better from the 3-point line. In the first half, they were at 44 or something like that % from the 3-point line. They shot the ball really well from the 3-point line. They finished the game at 37%, but 52% from the field is not good enough. They've won 7 of 9. They went to Milwaukee without, they're basically the same guys, and beat Milwaukee by 20. So for us, I just didn't think defensively until the last quarter we didn't get it done. One of the things that I probably could have done to help them more was probably go to zone. We played zone in the fourth quarter, and our guys were aggressive in the zone. They did a good job talking, and then they went to man at the right time. So maybe I could have helped them more by doing that. But I just thought that they outworked us throughout most of the game, and ended up getting the win.
Mike, we hear a lot about Heat culture and guys just seeming to always step up and play well in big moments for Spoelstra and just that group over there. From the Kings' perspective, how do you build that culture in your own organization? Is it possible to replicate what the Heat have built, and what does it take, I guess, to get there in your mind?
No, you can't. You can't replicate it. You got to have your own culture. In my opinion, it's hard to do the same thing that somebody else is doing. But the reality of it is, from top to bottom, they believe in toughness, and they believe in playing hard and playing the right way. They're not looking at offensive numbers. They're looking at defensive numbers, how you compete, and how tough you are. And then they're trying to develop those type of players and put them on the floor. And it started with Pat. Pat's still there, and you got Spoelstra there too. And that's a really good combination, especially when you have guys like Dwayne Wade that are mainstays that come through there. Udonis Haslam, because once you get it from within, and you have the buy-in from within, from your main guys, the sky's the limit, because everybody else that comes along and joins that team, they're going to have to follow their lead. If they don't, they're out. They don't care what they shoot from the 3. They don't care how many points they score. It's all about playing the right way, playing with toughness, supporting your teammates, and that's what that, in my opinion, from the outside looking in, that's what that's built on.
I know Domas had a triple-double, but obviously you got kind of disrupted there by their defense a bit. I'm wondering how much that might have taken some things out of sync for you guys to see him kind of disrupted the way he was.
Bam's a really good player, and we told Domas, we told our whole team that, hey, it's going to be tough because the sprays are going to be there. But, as soon as you catch the ball in the pocket, or if you catch the ball in the post, the Heat they're coming, and they're coming. They're swiping down at the ball. They're really aggressive with their double teams and their digs, and you got to think spray the ball. And both Foxy and Domas, and I thought that they both struggled a little bit with that. I think Domas had 4 turnovers and Foxy had 7 turnovers, and a lot of it was when they were in the paint. and they got collapsed on, and we didn't get the ball out in a timely manner. And so it was going to be tough for Domus to score down there because of how quickly they come and how active they are when they come. It's just one of those types of games where you just got to continue. Both those guys got to continue trusting their teammates, spray the ball, and try not to turn it over.
What do you think you guys could have done better defensively with some of those Jaquez and Adebayo isolations?
It's tough, you know, you don't want to, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go into a game trying to double 3-4 guys. And, you know, we felt on a mismatch with Kevin Love, we felt on a mismatch with Bam Adebayo, hey, let's come aggressively on the double team. And we weren't great at it because we didn't go aggressively on the double teams. We just kind of floated, and those guys were able to pass out of double teams, make short passes out of double teams, on time, on target passes, and which resulted in threes, open threes. And so our aggressiveness when we did double could have been better. We could have been more decisive so that the next guy knows when to go. I thought, you know, last night our aggressiveness on our double teams versus Kawhi, they were really decisive. And we were to his body, getting on his back heel, and now he's got to make a pass under duress. I don't think neither one of those two, Kevin Love nor, when they had mismatches, Kevin Love nor Bam had to make a pass out of duress tonight versus the double team. And then Jaime, we could have doubled him, maybe, you know. He's a really good young player, and he earned every bucket he got. But you know, I was hoping that we could just, okay, hey, if you're one-on-one and it's an ISO play, sit down and guard him and make him take a tough shot. He just hit shot after shot after shot. And so that's why we ended up going to zone. We went to zone early in the fourth with about 9-10 minutes left, and it worked, obviously, to a certain degree. And we started spraying the ball like we talked to him about. Keegan hit some shots off of those sprays. But, you know, it's hard when you think you have to double, you know, Jaime, Kevin, Bam, going into the game. And then, you know, a guy like Highsmith gets 15, Caleb Martin gets 16, you know, Wright gets 13. They played a pretty comfortable game, and I just don't believe in doubling 3-4 guys and running around the whole game if you can help it.
2 more.
Mike, I know every player is in the NBA. They're
Yeah.
good enough to be here, right?
Yeah.
But some of these games, it's a trend, it looks like. But you know, when the star player isn't playing for the opposing team, it looks like you guys maybe let your guard down or just don't play to the same intensity. Do you notice that trend, or is there a specific way you see how these games are going for you guys when the star player isn't playing for the other team?
No, I mean, Paul George didn't play last night, you know, and we've played against other teams where their top 1 or 2 guys didn't play, and we won games. The reality of it is, you know, one thing I obviously got to go back and take a look. I know in game 1 there were 6 or 7 50-50 balls, and we didn't come up with one. And you know, I'm not sure if it was that bad tonight. I thought we got on the ground for a couple, but there were some opportunities for us to box out. We didn't hit somebody. You know, there were some opportunities early on to where I felt we could have contested better. We didn't quite get the shooters, and so to me, more than anything else, that's where the trend is. You know, and I've been saying it the last few days. I thought last night we did a great job defending the 3. Tonight we kind of let our guard down a little bit, and let, you know, guys that weren't hot initially get going, and it hurt us. But I don't feel like it's a trend that every time we play a team that in their number 1 or number 2 or number 3 guys out that we lose. And like I said, to start this thing, you gotta give Miami a lot of credit. They've won, I think, 7 of 9 or something like that, and they haven't had quote-unquote all of their guys in all of those games. And so give them a lot of credit for coming in here and taking this win.
Thanks, everyone.